Hello, we are back again. Today we are doing frequently asked questions about GLP-1 again. And today's question is semaglutide or tirzepatide? Which one did I choose? Briefly, disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving medical advice. I am merely giving my experience and results from my research. Okay. So I've done both. Okay, so I started initially with other companies doing semaglutide compound, and I did well. I did really well. I'm not entirely sure what I was getting because they were Groupon type deals. Don't do Groupon. Just don't. Not with things like that. I'm just saying, it might be cheap, but it's not worth it. Anyway, then after I could no longer get any more Groupon deals, I didn't really have the money. My doctor had given me a prescription for Zepbound, but at the time it was like $1,200 at my pharmacy. I'm not gonna pay that every single month. Not that I even could, but no, not $1,200 a month. So I started getting ozempic pens, like samples, but it was enough, to get me going. And I don't know, the Ozempic, the brand name, just really did nothing. It literally did nothing. It may have helped sustain some of the initial weight loss at first, but then later it just slowly came back on. So currently, and since I can't remember if it was the end of October or the end of November, I started using Tirzepatide through IVRX, and it's been a massive difference. And the reason why I chose Tirzepatide as opposed to semaglutide, again, number one, different company, but from my research and from my experience with Ozempic, I felt like Tirzepatide would be a better alternative because Tirzepatide works on two different GLP-1 receptors, as opposed to semaglutide or the Ozempics, which only works on one. So I felt like I had a little bit better shot at losing. It is a little bit higher in price, but in my opinion, it's so much more worth it because, I don't know, I have never heard of anybody that's used Tirzepatide that didn't lose weight. Obviously, you have to work with it, but, and that's true with either semaglutide or Tirzepatide, whether it's Ozempic or Wegovy or Zepbound, whatever the case, you have to work with it. It's just a tool. And that's, it's not cheating when you think about it like that, because it's really not, you don't just take your injection every week and continue to eat whatever you want and not do any type of physical activity. Not that you have to exercise your behind off. You don't. I don't exercise. I walk, but I don't. I tried the working out stuff. I can't. I have back injuries and stuff, so I just couldn't do it. But just moving your body more than you did, prior is gonna help. Anyways, I felt like Tirzepatide worked better for me. Again, two receptors. To me, two always sounds better than one. I don't know. There is sciencey stuff to it, and everybody's individual body is going to be reactive to something differently. It just is. My experience might not be the same as your experience, or vice versa. But there you go. There's that one. I personally, and the research supports it. The research does support that Tirzepatide tends to, on average, give more weight loss than semaglutide. So there you go. I could have probably said that a lot quicker. In fact, I'm gonna have to edit this. So thank you.